Welcome back everyone to my channel. It's great having you once more, another week, and where we're looking at kingdom expression, changing life through effective living. My name is Kevon Mclean, and if it's your first time on my channel, welcome, and I hope you're here to stay and to share, to comment. On this week's episode, we want to look at 4 parenting tips that I believe are worth applying if we're going to see results in our children. You may agree with me that rearing children and raising a child can be one of the greatest and most difficult experience one could ever experience. I often say that there are 3 things, 3 decision making in life that will they will challenge you. That's becoming a parent, getting married, and owning or operating your own business. So we want to look at these parenting styles and see how best we can populate and help others to understand and to apply these tips to have a better result in our society and overall are subsequently achieving effective living in the kingdom of God. Stop trying not to give your child the life you had in the past. I've heard this so many times, parents saying, I want life better for them. I don't want them struggle like I'm struggle. I don't want them have difficulty. I don't want them selling like what I had to do. I grew in the market. My mother is an eagler or a businesswoman, and from age 11 or from age 10 I have been in the market. My brothers and I, even until today, we still sometimes assist her. And guess what? I am a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur. And so you see how those hardships and hard decisions, the market life experience with my cousins, we all, our grandfather was a businessman in the market, and so we all inherit this legacy. While then it wasn't a hardship, but today it's a legacy. And I thank God for the experience, because many people would have met me, they say, you act so old for your age, you're so mature for your age, or you think like this. But guess what? It is the hardship, the difficult times, the challenges I would have experienced in the market that would have given me first-hand experience in business, advertising, selling a product, customer service, and you name it. So I thank God for it. So I will never allow my children or try to protect them from the difficulty I would have had. Grant you, I'm not saying I'm going to expose them to ignorance and to be in the market, but they're going to be exposed to business. They're going to be exposed to hard decisions, sacrifices. I will not protect them from that, because those experiences would have forged and allowed me to be the person I am today. So I encourage you, I keep on saying encouraging in every video. I encourage you not to stop trying not to give your children or child the experiences you had in the past. But you need to expose them to difficult times, and they need to learn to be hungry. Sometimes they can't. Every time they're hungry, they pull the fridge. The fridge is always stocked with grocery. Granted, you want to always pay the bills, but sometimes they need to understand the hardship, the responsibility that comes with it. Because if you don't expose them to it, you're going to embarrass yourself later and going to make your life even more difficult. Being a parent and a grandparent. Give your child convenience and not luxury. This is a phenomenal pointer. Why? Because oftentimes as parents, because we never had convenience, more so even luxury, we tend to so-called spoil our children. So rather, we will provide more than just basic needs. For example, your daughter you may have bought a $100 or iPhone 10 for her birthday last year, and this year she's upset with you because you never changed with the time. And sometimes I hear parents say that the daughter vexed with them, upset with them. These things are garbage. So you're affording a child luxury. The child already has a phone. Because the time is changing and there's a new series out, she wants the latest series. Children should have convenience. The basic necessities: food, clothing, shelter, a fund put away for their college, if they choose to go to college. If you want to maybe buy a land, depending on where your pocket is. But our pockets are. But the reality is, don't spoil your children giving them luxury. I personally believe you provide them with convenience, and if they want luxury, they work and you both have bargains. You may ask them to wash the vehicle. If they want to go to the hotel, they save off their lunch money. There has to be some exchange, there has to be some bargaining. You cannot just be there providing all this luxury, you're just spoiling your children. I remember watching a video with Brian McKnight, and I was shocked. I had accused him because, you know, all social media can be very, very bullying. So people were saying deadbeat father, where his sons were saying he's not supporting and taking care of them. When I watch his side of the story, he said that they are grown men, they are like 26, 27 years of age, and they want him, their father, Brian McKnight, to be spending on them, on their children. So he had to pull the plug and to allow them to be men. Sad reality, people take it and say that he's a deadbeat father. So he had to be now correcting what he should have done from the earlier years. Don't give children luxury, give them convenience. Luxury destroys their will to work, encourages laziness and haughtiness. They become boastful and proud. Nobody can stand them because everything they ask for they get. You don't want a child who is boastful, you don't want a child who is lazy, and you don't want a child who is not encouraged to work and to make hard decisions. But while convenience, on the other hand, is, it allows your child or children to appreciate why a decision that you would have made. So you and your children make decisions together, we're applicable, and the sacrifice you have made, they will grow to understand. Call them together in the house and said, here what? If you want Netflix, I can't buy the new shoe. Which one do you want? You want the new Xbox for your birthday, but if I'm going to buy this, you can't have the iPhone 4. iPhone, what was it, 12 or 14, somewhere there. But you are bargaining. So because when you give them convenience, what happens, so you encourage them to have a spirit of responsibility. So provide your child with convenience, not luxury. Proverbs 13 verse 22 says, a wise father leaves an inheritance for his children. When I discovered this Bible verse, my entire life had changed. I thought differently, I started to plan differently, I became more responsible because I recognize that what I do today and what my children do after and do with it determines how successful and the type of parent I would have been. And so what I did, I started now to strategically look at my life and to start making more calculated, start seeking God's will more for my life, in order for me to be an effective parent and be able to leave a legacy for them. A legacy don't just mean house and car and land. It could be a skill, an ability. Look at Bob Marley. Look at even Usain Bolt today. Leaving a legacy of so many broken records on the track for his children. Shelley Ann Fraser at age 35, she's dominated the sprinting arena. Elaine Thompson, you name all these great people, and those who are in America, you can name persons, and in the Caribbean, different great Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, even though he ended on a sad note, but he had a legacy for his children. His father was a great musician. And so the list, Kirk Franklin, and you name these great artists, they would have left a legacy, not just houses and lands, but at skill or ability. I want you as a parent to think about the future of your child. And you know what? Your generation doesn't have to do what you did, but there must be some continuity. So we're not saying that they must come do music as you have done music. They have their own choices to make. But what we're saying that there must be some connectivity. There must be some continuity where they'd want to invest in what that they had started. They want to continue or to finish what they had started. And honestly speaking, if I'm going to be an effective parent, whatever I would have invested now and prioritize, my children should continue. Not exactly the way, because there's only one Kevon, but there must be some remnant. There must be something they will find that they would have done well that they want to continue for their children to come, and the list goes on. And so I encourage you, brothers and sisters, friends, practice this principle. Leave something behind. Don't just come here and just make decisions that only benefits you. And sadly, there are some who make decisions, they invest so well, they become so wealthy, but guess what? Their children never decide. to do or to follow or to continue what their parents or father or mother would have invested in. And why? Because the parent most times would have neglected their child or children in the effort or at the expense of achieving their personal ambition. And that's why I believe in prioritizing your goals, prioritizing what matters. I don't believe in balancing your life. I believe in prioritizing. There are things that come first, second, third, and fourth. And lastly, live what you want your child to become and stop dictating your fears, your insecurities, and ambitions. Living is still one of the most effective ways of changing behavior and impacting people in a positive way and also a negative way. But as you know, this channel is all about effective living. I want you, if you want your child to excel and to be the best version of themselves and to achieve and to move boundaries and limitations and to make the impossibilities become possibilities, you have to live and model what you want them to be. So if you want a child to be very respectful, you yourself as a parent need to be respectful. Not just to your peers and to those who are in your league, but to be respectful to your children. Excuse me, sorry, thank you. These are some gestures I practice with my children and even my wife. Because I want my children to grow mannerly. I want them to be respectful. And so I have to show them first. You have some fathers who tell their sons, don't smoke, boy, don't smoke. And they smoke every day. It doesn't make any sense. The mother said, you can't be like me. There's so much a 3 baby father may have. You have one husband, one man. But the mother ends up having another baby father, 4 baby father, and tell the daughter, don't do this. That's double negative. So I want you to understand, if you want your child to become something great, model greatness. You want them to be skillful and productive. You yourself need to be productive first. Find a job. Study further. Invest in your craft. Invest in your skill. You want them to be spiritual and serve the Lord? Serve the Lord first. Seek the Lord. Pray with them. Pray with them. Pray for them. So they can model what you would have lived. It is still the most effective way. And so I conclude with this. We can still achieve great children. We can still change this world. We can turn this world around. If we are going to be effective as parents, we need to invest in our children. Thank you very much. See you next time. If you learned something, if I endorse something you already know, if you know someone who would have benefited from this video, I ask you to share, to comment where necessary, to like, whatever you need to do to make this video grow and to reach other lives. And as the main goal and vision is to change life through effective living. Thank you for supporting me on this journey. Alright, that is it.